Hey guys, what's going on? Today is Wednesday, January 25th. It is just a couple of days after the Chinese Lunar New Year. 2012 is the year of the dragon, and I think that's really exciting. In Chinese culture, according to my Wikipedia research, the dragon is not a symbol of evil or destruction. They see it as this creature that represents power and prosperity, and it's also a water dragon, 2012's symbol. So, water is all about flow. The dragon is unpredictable, so, I think that's all good stuff to expect out of the year. Power and flow and unpredictability, and I think that's exciting. So, happy Chinese Lunar New Year to you all. So I wanted to make this video, number one, because my last one was such a downer. I was hungry. I was hungry and I was sick and on this just stupid cleanse. And I officially hereby denounce, renounce, disown, dismiss the whole master cleanse experience. I don't recommend it anymore. But I am feeling much better now. And the other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is my experiences on Weight Watchers. I just completed my first week on the program. I lost 5.2 pounds, and it feels amazing, I can't believe it because I actually had fun eating this past week. It didn't feel like any sort of diet or I don't know, it didn't feel restricting in any way. The way that Weight Watchers works is, you are assigned a number of points for the day. And these points are calculated based off of your height and your weight and your gender and your age. I got 36 points for the day. And you basically just have to look up on their website, they have an amazing website, how much points something you want to eat is worth. It's a lot of work at first, I'll just be honest. It's a lot of looking stuff up, a lot of research. I actually bought this, which has totally been saving my life. It's this little Weight Watchers calculator. You go to Points Plus, calculate, and you enter in the fat, fiber, carbs, and protein. And then it tells you what the points value is per serving in whatever it is that you're looking at. So whenever I go shopping, I take this with me, and that's how I pick, which breads to buy and which meats to buy, because, based on how many points it's worth, I can have more or less of that. So it's a little bit of math, it's a lot of looking things up, but then when you know it, So next week when I go to the grocery store, I'll know exactly what to go get. I went to a bachelorette party. Yes, a bachelorette party. One of my best friends here in Austin, she is getting married, and she threw an 80s themed bachelorette party, and Nick and I went. It was really fun. We got all dressed up in 80s clothes. I was going for sort of a Max Headroom, Kids Incorporated sort of look, and Nick went with more of a yuppie kind of Miami Vice sort of look, but I think we looked awesome. I was a little bit nervous about, going to the party because I wanted to be able to enjoy it and not be worried about points. And so one of the great things about this Weight Watchers program is they have this thing called Point Plus, and you get basically 49 bonus points for a week. And you can use that however you want. You can use a little bit, like 7 extra points for every day of the week, or you can use them all in one day, or you can, however you want to do it. It's all about choice. And I just kind of saved my bonus points for that day, and I was able to have, cocktails and pizza, and I still, took like a little plate and filled it up with fruit and walked around the party and kind of munched on that. And so I still balanced it out, Certain things on the program are 0 points, which means you can have as much of it as you want. All fruit, for the most part. Vegetables, you can have as much of that stuff as you want, and it's not going to cost you anything. And I love that. So now when I'll make like a sandwich or when I'll make breakfast or dinner, I'll also prepare a side of fruit or a side of vegetables. Steamed asparagus, or I haven't had broccoli yet, but I bought some. I'm gonna try that. I've never had it before. Broccoli or carrots and cucumbers and, you know, salads and all that stuff. So I'm learning to balance things, and I'm full when I eat, and when I'm feeling the munchies, I'll snack on something that has 0 points, you know, and it fills me. And it's good for me. I actually just made my breakfast, and I just thought I would show it to you because it gives you a sense of some of the stuff that I have. I made this, which is this really good fresh fruit smoothie. It's only fruit and water and ice blended up. That's really good. I also put this little bowl together of chopped up apples and bananas and oranges, and I made this. Doesn't that look good? This is 3 eggs with about 6 slices of deli meat, like turkey. And just with some seasoning, I put cumin and a little bit of lemon pepper and a little bit of, what else, paprika. So yeah, it's really good. This whole thing only cost me 8 points. Actually, like this cost me 0 points. The eggs are 2 points for every egg, and 6 slices of deli meat are 2 points. So, you know, this really is what cost me everything, but this is the best part, and it's delicious and it's really good. And so this is like a little sample of the different stuff you can have. A few things that I've got to make this all easier. I got this, which is a Weight Watchers scale, and basically you kind of just put whatever on there and it will tell you how many points are in that. Also got this. It's an air popcorn popper. So I've only ever really made microwave popcorn. This is way better because it doesn't need oil to pop the popcorn. It just uses hot air, and I can have more of that, and it costs me less points than microwave popcorn. And you know, so I'm learning all these fun little shortcuts. I'm learning which breads to buy because I can have 2 slices of that, and that's only 2 points, as opposed to this kind of bread, which 2 slices would cost me 6 points. And you know, it's letting me be a nerd and be excited about it and be healthy and all that good stuff. You know, I was really surprised when I was kind of doing research on starting Weight Watchers, how few men there are out there on YouTube who have made videos talking about this. Maybe it's just not that popular with guys, but you know, I'm going to, I think, continue making videos about it because I think there should be some sort of frame of reference out there about Weight Watchers for men. So, you know, I'm going to do it. Charles Barkley is the face of the promotion. You know, they've got this great Lose Like a Man promotion, and their website is awesome. You know, it's got all of these blog posts and articles and recipes and tips for the way that men eat and the way that men lose weight. And it's all been really, really helpful. So, you know, I sound like I'm a spokesperson. I'm so not. I'm so not, you know. I'm just a person who wants to learn more about this stuff. I'm not Jennifer Hudson. I'm not going to stand here in a slinky black dress with a beautiful weave singing about I am you, you are me. I love Jennifer Hudson.
Girl.